Tervetuloa, rakkaat ystävät, Kitaraklubin seuraan. Tänään saamme vieraaksi Saksasta aivan huikaisevan virtuoosin. Hän on Gypsy Swingin eräänlainen uusi uran uurtaja. Ja täytyy sanoa, että nyt ei muuta kuin turvavyöt kiinni siellä kotikatsomossa, sillä tämä tulee olemaan huikaisevaa. Hyvät naiset ja herrat, min damen und herrer, Joscho Stephan. Welcome, Joscho Stephan.
Welcome. Hello.
Good, very good to have you here. We are honored by your presence. You have been in Finland before, haven't
Yes.
you?
Yeah, we played the first time in Finland last year in November.
Yeah.
And this year had a little bit of promotion for the tour in September, in March, together with Tommy Emmanuel.
Oh, yeah.
And we're here now the third time.
Third time.
The third time.
I guess you started playing guitar pretty early, like 6 years
Yes,
old. or
I started at the age of 6, and my father showed me the first chords. I was interested in Beatles things and stuff like that.
Okay.
And just a little bit later, I started with classical guitar lessons, and probably until I was 10 or 11 years old. Then I came back to rock music,
Yeah.
and you know how it goes. And with 13, 14, the first time that I've heard jazz and also gypsy jazz from Django Reinhardt, and at that time or that point, I was really interested in that music and started to develop the style, the
Yeah.
gypsy swing.
Okay, so you worked really hard.
Yes, I worked hard on at that time. I started with 15, 16 years, and a lot of practicing at that time.
Oh yeah, and I bet there wasn't a lot of teachers around.
No, if you see today, it is. I would say it's very easy for you. You can go to YouTube, or you can buy books, you can buy CDs. When I started with 15, 16, it was 1994, 1995. The internet was not such a big medium like today.
Yeah.
Internet starts probably at 2000 that people get internet at home, and yeah, you have to find out everything by yourself. Today it is great that you have all the informations on the internet, but it can be also risk. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You get all the informations, but you don't have to think very much, or you don't have to develop your own style, you know?
Yeah, that's
what
true.
I really try in Gypsy Swing is to create my own voice. I see it more like a music style. You can play bebop, or you can play modern jazz, or you can play Gypsy Swing, you know? It must not sound all the same. If I want to play a little blues lick, I play a little blues lick, or if I want to do some more jazzy or rocky thing, I do it, you know? And that's because I think that's the way to keep music like this alive in the future.
Yeah. Do you feel that your roots are anyway on that gypsy jazz and not so much the rock, or do you think about that?
Yeah, there were other music styles that I played before, you know, and I don't really grew up with Gypsy Swing music, so I think the first roots are really is the rock and Beatles music, something like that. I grew up because my father played that when he was a young man, just for fun with his friends, and I listened to that music. I had some years classical guitar teaching, but you know, classical music was never really a root of me, you know.
Okay.
Today, if I try to play a little bit fingerstyle, but it comes back, you know. Sometimes you see that things that are probably at the end you don't need, like the classical technique. First, when I've heard fingerstyle back in 2002, that was the first time that I was in Nashville at the Chet Atkins convention, where I first met Tommy Emmanuel. Was also the first time that I've heard the fingerstyle in the style of Chet Atkins. And then I was interested to play one or two songs in that style. And then you can use your classical technique. So you see everything that you did in life can be important at one point.
Yeah,
you know?
It comes back to.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about rhythm guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, you probably kind of dug into that area also.
Yes, yes.
Is there
Some secrets.
some secrets? Yes.
Yes, but I don't tell you.
Okay. So the next question is.
No, I probably can show you a little bit of minor swing, probably. You know,
Yeah.
that's one of the famous tunes, and you have a rhythm guitar like this. A few different things that you must know, you know. That's really, I spent a lot of time. Today you can learn it more if Joscho Stephan probably tell you something like that, or other great players. But at the time that I started, I must hear everything. I must get it by ear or to see some videos of other players. And in first you have the chords that are typical for Gypsy Swing, you know. It's often minor 6 chords that you use, a normal 7 chord, B6, you know, it's a lot of major 6 and minor 6. And for the rhythm, it is very, how to say, important to damp 2 times, you know, for every beat. You have to, I always tell people like that, you have 2 beats, but you don't try to get 2 beats. You must do it from one position. It's like this. In the first part, you try to get more the bass strings.
Yeah.
In the second part, the second beat, you try to get the rest. And it's really interesting to damp. You know, that makes the sound. If you play it like this.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just damp once, you know, at the first beat. At the second beat. But you must have this double stop damping.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things like that. Step after step that you must learn things like that to get really the sound. Then there's a thing, it's really hard to describe. There's just one up in the off, but it's not really there. You know, you must have this. And sometimes if I have workshop and I tell people things like that, you know, then you can really see that this is a music, a nature music, where you must really get a feeling for, you know, because it's not like this. It's like this.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe, but that's the main point, you know. You have two beats where you try to get it from one position. You have this damping with the left hand.
Yeah.
You have the chords that you need and things like that. If you put them right together, then you have the sound of the Gypsy Swing, you know.
Oh yeah.
Every style has his secrets, and it takes a long time to learn them or to know them. When you have learned all these secrets, then you can really try to do your own.
Yeah, kind of.
You know,
expand that.
Yes, then you can really try to do your own voice in this style, or mix with things that you really like. But I think it's the respect for every kind of style.
Tradition.
Every kind of style or tradition.
Yeah.
If you do bebop, if you do gypsy jazz, if you do rock music, first you must really know what did the Hendrix or what did the Eric Clapton, until you can really do your own style. You know what I mean? It's the respect for the music, I think.
Yeah. Is there some tune, maybe your own tune, that you could show where you kind of took these voicings and that feel and expanded?
There's one tune. It's called Ballad for Django. Probably I just can show you what I did on this. Just a few things, you know. It is like if you see the melody, it's a strong vibrato, and then the typical Django. You often have the bending with a vibrato at the end.
Yeah.
You know, that's some typical things that you use if you do composition in that style, you know. That's some of the important things. If you do Gypsy Swing and you say, I will do my own voice, that's okay. But there are some recepts for music that you must use, that people can really know what is it, what for a style is it that he plays. You know, there's a lot of things like that. You have also this down up down thing that Django uses. You know, he plays down up down on every string, and when he goes to the next string, he starts with a down, even if he stopped with a down on the first string. It's like things like that you have to respect.
So, when you're playing those fast lines, do you always use that?
No, not always. You know, if I have a typical Gypsy Swing line like, then we have this down up down technique. What means you start with a down on every new string. New string. You know. Every music has another technique where you must do, if you do something like. You must play something like that in another way than Gypsy Swing. It would not work, you know.
Yeah. So it has a lot to do with the sound also, and the
it has to do with the sound, you know. That sounds also. Then. You know, or typical, you know, the sweeping technique normally, no?
Yeah.
What sounds very, very soft. You know, in Gypsy Swing you have a very hard sweeping technique like this. It has the same idea, but it's also way to play it. You know, you have these 3 downs where you must lay on the next string. And then if you change the position, you have 1 up on the E string, and again 3 3 downs, always with laying on the next string, you know, that's the important thing.
Okay.
Not to have it free. That makes the sound, you know, this. Yeah, for the technique, people often ask me, what can I do to play fast and to play... often people say, I'm very glad about that point, or that people really notice that. Often they say, you play fast but very clean. What I always tell people is to start probably very slow, like this. And speed it up, you know. That is how I practiced all the time.
Okay.
You know, if you really want to play clean, I think you must have really the, how to say, the control about that, what you do. Sometimes you have people, they play, and they say, so what was it? And they cannot really answer what they played, you know? And you must really know that if you play something like this, what it is, you know? You must have the control about your licks, and it's always good to practice very slow and speed it up with a metronome or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to get speed. There is not really another secret that you can tell people, because often people ask and think you can tell them something what is really important. What must I do if I wake up early in the morning? Have I to do something? Must I drink a special drink? It is just practicing. That's the whole problem in music.
Yeah. So, Joscho, about your equipment. Yeah.
Okay, I think it will be a long discussion to tell you everything what I need on stage. We start here. You know, I have a IntelliTouch tuner.
Okay.
You know,
Can you show it to the camera?
Yes, that's very cool because you don't need something like you know what you have a chromatic tuner or something.
Stompbox.
Yes, stompbox or something like that. You just can put it on your guitar, and that's very easy.
And it's kind
you know, I really like it. It's very good,
yeah.
And I really like it to have everything very easy. No, I will tell you because of the pickup. You know, we have it's called big tone.
Okay.
It is inside the bridge. You know, it's a passive. You know, and because of that reason that it's passive, it's better to have something like that who gets the sound from the guitar or from the body. You know, okay. And it works better than sometimes if you have a stomp box because the signal is very low. You know? So this is what I use. This is my ground. It's a string.
Okay.
So we have to work on that because that's sometimes the problem that you have. If you are somewhere and the power is not really clean, you know, sometimes you have you know what I mean? It's yes, and
unwanted noise.
Unwanted noise, yes, of course. Yeah, it's a handcrafted Django guitar, you know, that I bought in Germany from Jürgen Volkert.
Okay.
It's the D-hole style, you know. We have the O-hole and the D-hole styles in Gypsy Swing. And it's louder. That's the reason why I choose the D-hole. It sounds a little bit warmer for my ear and a little bit louder.
Okay.
And that is what I really use. On strings, you use silk and steel for these models. Never gold or bronze strings because they sound more brilliant. You know, more brilliant.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing on the guitar, and then I just have my little AER Compact 60. It's the same model that also Tommy plays and a lot of other acoustic guitar players. And I must be honest, that makes it very simple for me. You know,
okay.
If I plug in with my system directly into a PA, it absolutely sounds terrible because the pickup system is okay, but it's not a very expensive one. Okay. But it's one that works in this guitar, you know. You can hear every note has the same loudness. With this amplifier, I think everything is really easy for me. You know, I have not a lot of equipment. I have a tuner, I have my guitar, I have this amplifier, and for me it's not so important what comes out of the PA because the PA is more for the audience, and my sound I really get from my amp.
Okay.
And that's it.